For our segment, we have a local artist, and her name is Samantha. Welcome back to the show, Samantha. We have to say that.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. You've modeled on our show before. We loved you, and you transitioned into being an artist. And how did that happen?
So I was doing fashion shows, and I was really enjoying, modeling and being a part of, that creative side. And about 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with lupus. And a year after kind of transitioning into, this is the disease I have, these are my symptoms, how do I cope with this kind of new lifestyle, I started to paint about it. And with lupus, you can't see the symptoms. The symptoms can be anything from hair loss, joint arthritis, and for me, my lupus was attacking my heart. So I was having chest pains, and I had to get a procedure done. So illustrating that is, something I'm very passionate about, because it's really hard to describe the pain and the emotions of this mystery disease. So I started to paint about it, and this is an example of one of my paintings I did. I was out in Rhode Island, or not Rhode Island, sorry, I was out in Tampa, and I was working with a gallery called Walk of Shame, and I started to live paint during shows about my lupus. So this piece here, it's called Still I Bloom, and this represents my one kidney. I had a kidney removed as a child, and my lupus scar. And I totally finger painted this, and it's really about hydrangeas blooming, and I'm a part of that. I'm growing, I'm changing, and it's dark back there. My past with lupus, it feels so dark, but now we're growing, and we're gonna keep it positive and keep continuing.
Nice. So it could be paintings like that, and it could be buns.
Yes. So thinking of my love for fashion and fashion shows, I wanted to take my paintings to a whole different level. So I started making buttons. So the process is I essentially buy a button. It could be from a yard sale, it could be online, but I like to use recycled buttons. And I strip the original paint off, and then I paint my own scene. So I have my lupus awareness buttons. I have female empowerment. I do a series about girl power. I do a lot with pride, LGBTQ pride. I also have pins really pushing positivity within our communities. So I have pins like build our community, be positive, fix each other. And of course, I have more of my fun, colorful, very unique and funky pins. I have my blue and red macaw, because these two birds are endangered, and I'm very passionate about protecting our endangered animals so they aren't extinct. I also have some nostalgia, like I used to love Courage the Cowardly Dog as a child. So I like to take everything I'm passionate about, from lupus awareness to helping our communities to
empowering women.
Yes. And just making sure that my art can be used to empower people. And it's really fun that people can wear one of my paintings on them, and that's kind of a part of them after they buy it. And
right. It's kind of for everybody, really.
Yeah.
Okay. And you called it NROR Art?
NROR Art. It stands for No Rhyme or Reason Art.
Okay.
When I started painting, people would ask, why I was painting, and, what is this about? And I just said there was no rhyme or reason to it. I mean, of course, there's a big background of why I do it, but, I called it NROR Art, and it's been like that ever since.
Nice. And you also can paint anything, like cell phone cases, as we see here.
I really like to take, the things around me and make them into paintings. So sometimes when I do my live painting, I wear all white and I paint myself. Sometimes I take my phone cases and, my shoes and bracelets, whatever I have on me, and I just paint it. So, I like to see the world in color and kind of make that happen as well.
Is it challenging doing live paintings? Because you weren't an artist at all. And suddenly you are.
It is. It's kind of, It's very intense. It's so exhilarating, kind of showing this is my process, which for me, it's a difficult process. It's a lot of emotions, you know, everything from painting with my hands to even toothbrushes and just random things to make my art. And for people to watch and kind of have their own, you know, opinions. At first it was tricky, but now it empowers me to continue and kind of show people, yes, this is the end product, this pin or this painting or this dress, but this is that process that gets me there.
Really nice, really, really beautiful. Thank you so much for being on the show and for presenting everything.
Thank you.
And good luck to you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.